is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV Radio.
Good evening, everyone. I am, again, it's so weird because it seems like I'm in London, but I'm not. Anyway, for those people watching us now here in the Philippines, it is Sunday, and it's exactly at 2 p.m. Sunday afternoon. But if you're watching me right now, live na live po tayo ngayon. If you're watching in the Pacific, it is 10 o'clock on a Saturday. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Good evening. And those people watching us across the globe, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and good day to everyone. Right here, right now, I'm in Manila, and I'm visiting, aside from yung people who are watching us, there'll be a topic that we're going to be talking about, but since I'm already on location here in Makati, so I decided to visit one of the guests that we did a couple of weeks ago, and now live na live po natin makikita. Parang we could really visit instead of just a video that we did last time, and there was a lot of people who are very interested in watching and knowing who they are and what they really do. So now I'm here, and I was checking their food, I was checking their store itself, and it's really very impressive. It's those people who are well traveled. It is one of those that you could be so proud, because business like this is thriving very well in the very heart of Makati, and at the same time it's happening in the Philippines. And I believe they are the first ever that had this concept of a cafe plus a laundromat. And I know all of us people, especially in outside part of the country, you always see this, that we have a laundromat, but we have not seen a laundromat as well as a cafe. But this is, so I'll give you a quick tour before we start with our show. And before we continue, Alexander Francisco, hello, happy watching. Cha Marcos is watching as well. And those other people, ano kayo. And oh, by the way, once we do the letter later, please, I need help, especially those people who are watching us or will be watching us. We will be asking some of your opinion, because right now, as we speak, Ate Jen is still recovering from something that she would talk about when she comes back next week. And Ayin Mangalonso, hello Ayin. Sabi niya anyong. Anyways, one of the things that I need to tell everybody, whatever the opinion and advices we have for today, it is not a reflection on the owners or the owners or the management of PHLV Radio. And just to let you know, those people are viewing us right now or listening to us, live na live po kami. Live na live po kami on PHLV Facebook page, or if you could watch us also on PHLV Radio YouTube channel. It is already, if you are not a subscriber yet, please do like, share, and subscribe. Also, we're also live and live with those people who are really techie, and you have Alexa, just say play PHLV and LLB Radio. And also, if you have Amazon Fire TV, just check on our PHLV TV channel. I can even speak, PHLV Radio TV channel. And also, if you are listening on we're available also on all the podcasts, like Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. And those people are asking, if you missed the show right now, or you would like to watch again all the replays of PHLV Radio, please do tune in to our YouTube channel, or you could check our website at www.phlvradio.com. Grabe. Denito Marcos, how are you? Doy Lao, si El Cid is watching. Hi Doy, where are you? And I've been in your store. Doy Lao is one of the guys who owns Laundry Fay and Company. And later we will have a talk with him when I see him, and hopefully I got to see him later. But one of the partners is here, one of the partners is here, and of course we're gonna have a little talk with him later, with him on the spot. But like what I promised, before we do the letter and we read the letter sender, I will give you a little tour live as we speak. We're hired in the heart of Manila, and this is the Laundry Company, Mason, London. So hindi po ako nasa London, nasa Makati po ako. But the whole concept is very British. So parang gano'n. Okay, so we'll do a quick tour right now as we speak. So ito po. So we'll right now, if you're hearing my voice, that's their sign. Yeah, so it's Laundry and Company. It was founded in 2008, and it's the London branch. Okay, now you could see like as you enter, see all these wonderful things that represents the London thing. Yeah, so they have the celebrities who are representative of London, like okay, Harry Potter, and of course they're Elton John, and of course the princess of the people, or people's princess. Okay, then as you enter, this is what's gonna look. So it's really, when you enter, there's a couple of tables here, and it's free Wi-Fi, and of course you see this cafe, which is so impressive. See, very very impressive, and very very clean, and that's the most important thing, especially for Filipinos. See, and they have this wonderful machine, very very expensive and very iconic. And of course, there's the chef preparing right now. And one of the things that's so impressive is because on businesses like this, normally you don't see the kitchen, simply because there's so many magic and mystery happening behind the scene. But in this particular case, you could really see how they prepare the food. And of course, now that it's so open in the public, you could tell that that's Rose. And then that's when is the manager of the Laundry Cafe. Oh, one of the things that I'd like you guys to see is the way they do their comfort room. See how beautiful this thing is. It's Versace on the floor. Imagine. Look at that. Amazing, isn't it? I'm not gonna go and touch the toilet bowl because it's too. But look at that. See, even the toilet or the comfort room itself, they put so much effort on it. See. Okay. Now let's see now how they do the laundry itself. See, look at that. Very very high tech. And then this young lady here is doing the full service for the customers. And what I was told is you could do your own laundry if you want, and there's no extra charge if you decide, or if you so decided to have them do it for you. And what they do is they do it, unlike in the States that you put coins. This one, they do it by weight. So I'm gonna ask the owner or one of the partners about the cost and all that. And his name is Jack Montano, or Jackie Montano. Jackie, how are you?
Very good. Hello, guys.
And then I was just talking to them about how the cost. Again, I know we talked about it last time. How much does it cost now?
Now it's like 210. It depends
Depends on what?
on the full service. If you want to do the self-service or full service, you can have it here. So full service right now, it's like 250 only. We can do the folding and free delivery within Makati area.
And then if you do the full service, or is it the same price as your self-service, right?
Self-service will be lower then.
Lower, okay.
It will be like 210 for self-service.
Okay, and then what is your operating hours as we speak right now because of the level or alert 3 right now in NCR?
Normally, we operate now, it's from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. But before pandemic, it's 9 to 9 p.m.
Wow. Okay, and then you open Monday to Sunday?
Yes, every day we're open here.
Okay, and then let me show you one of the things that's so impressive too is they showed me that they could do your dry cleaning here as well. So everything is done here. And we'll show you that machine because I've seen this once in the US, but this time I'm seeing here. Okay, so it's leading us to their machine. And of course you have since it's a London cafe, so you could see the London telephone booth.
This is Ate Wayne. She's our supervisor. She will give you the tour.
Oh, wow. So how does it work?
With my phone, sir.
With your phone. So it's a Bluetooth. Okay, so you put the machine there.
Open it.
No sound, no sound.
It's all digital.
Yes.
Wow. And how much does it cost? Is it per piece?
Yes, sir.
Per piece, or depends on the size?
Yes, sir. The code. Code is like 500 words, and then the pants, like, and 100.
Okay, and then how long does it take?
It's 2 hours, sir.
2 hours per piece.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then of course you sanitize it, and at the same time, do you do it on stand alone by itself, like per pants?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you do it with other people's clothes as well?
Yes, sir.
You do?
Yeah, it's actually
Sir.
three, but
Three
it's actually,
per every 2 hours.
Yes.
Okay, good. Wow, see that? Everything about this place is a reminiscence or a reminder of London. Okay, so if you traveled or if you have not been to London, go visit their place because that will kind of transcend you or make you go and remind you of London. And if you have not been to London, then at least even with the cafe itself, you are in London. Okay, so that's Manila, you guys. See that? That's Philippines. Okay, now I'm back. Okay, because we need to do the letter as well. So that's a good tour of what they have. Okay, let's say hello to a lot of people. Okay, Ayin already said hi. Ninita Marcos, hello. And of course, Nita Roldan Oliva. Good morning, Ate Esther Ana Mia. Christian Renan Esteban. Hello, Christian. I know you are in Los Angeles. Jeneline De Chavez Antoki. I know you are watching us from the Philippines in Liliw, Laguna. Desi Santos, I know you're watching in Quezon City. And hello po, Tito Josh. God bless, keep safe. You guys also. Oh, before we start, because I need your help, especially the ladies, okay? Lalo na yung mga may asawa at may mga anak tungkol dito sa ating letter sender. Okay, eto na. Let's start with the letter from this lady, and her name is, okay, let me find her letter first. Okay, let's start with her letter. Okay. Okay, now I'm trying to get the letter. Okay, here it is. Okay lang, kasi I'm using a satellite office. So for this, okay, here we go. Ito po yung letter niya. Okay, it's okay, ang title po ng episode for today is Ganito Ako Noon, Paano Sila Ngayon. Let's start the letter, and ang letter po niya ay, Dear Kuya Josh, Ate Jen, good day to the both of you. Just call me Wendy. 45 years old, married with 4 kids. I grew up in poverty. I was always told, hindi kasalanan ipinanganak kang mahirap, pero ang mamatay kang mahirap, kasalanan mo yon. This has struck with me and is forever etched in my heart. Malaki kaming pamilya, 10 in total at ako ang eldest. I do not blame my parents kasi sabi nga, children are God's blessings. At during my parents' time, di pa uso ang family planning at sabi nga, mas marami, mas masaya. Kuya Josh, Ate Jen, sobrang hirap namin noon. Casual employee lang si tatay at si nanay naman ay isang bahay, sa bahay lang to take care of us. Every year, si nanay ay nanganganak. Parang tuwing umuulan, si nanay ay nagbubuntis. Alam mo ba na sa sobrang hirap namin, sa isang lata ng sardinas, 12 kaming naghahati-hati. Maraming beses na toyo o asin ang ulam namin at kadalasan natutulog na lang kaming gutom at bawi na lang sa tulog. Kuya Josh, Ate Jen, because I'm the eldest, I had to make the biggest sacrifice. At an early age, pinasok akong katulong sa isang pamilyang mayaman sa aming lugar. I had to do it kasi ako ang eldest at sobra akong naaawa sa aking mga kapatid. Lahat ng sweldo ko sa pamamasukan, di ko pa kinikita na-advance na ng magulang ko. Kuya Josh, Ate Jen, wala akong sama ng loob sa kanila, pero minsan naiisip ko bakit ganito kami kahirap. Maswerte at matalino naman ako at ito ang napansin ng mag-asawang pinapasukan ko. Sobrang natuwa sila sa akin dahil wala silang anak at tuwang-tuwa sila sa akin. Dahil magiliw ako sa mag-asawa, pinag-aaral nila ako. With God's blessings and grace, I graduated salutatorian in elementary, one of the top students in high school, at cum laude in college with a degree in business administration. Sobrang pasasalamat ko sa mag-asawa for treating me like their own. Lagi ko ngang naiisip na minsan kahit parang buko na ang langit at lupa, may maganda pa rin mangyayari sa iyo sa kanyang panahon. Magtiwala at manalig ka lang sa kanya. Prayers and faith lang talaga even if the hurdles are way too much to bear. After college, Kuya Josh, Ate Jen, I work in a shoe factory in Marikina as sales associate and work myself to eventually be the manager of the store. I studied the shoemaking business and eventually opened my own brand. Now, glad to say and to tell you and to share with you and your viewers that brand or this particular brand is being exported to different parts of Asia. In the process, I was able to give my siblings their own businesses as well. Kuya Josh, Ate Jen, right now I'm married to Edgar and we were blessed with 4 kids. My dilemma now is how my children would know the value of hard work. Siguro kasalanan ko na rin in some ways why they are spoiled brats right now. Matitigas ang ulo at medyo may mga attitude sila, Kuya Josh, Ate Jen. Siguro because of the fear of them going through the hardship that I went through as a child, I gave them everything they wanted. No ifs, no buts. If they ask, I give. Kuya Josh, Ate Jen, kasalanan bang ibigay sa mga anak ang lahat-lahat? Is it wrong to give your children everything they wanted? Why would they not understand the value of money? Hirap na hirap akong ituro sa kanila na life is not easy and sometimes it gets tough. Life is always a challenge. That is why you need to focus and value everything. Kuya Josh, Ate Jen, Dalawa sa anak ko ayaw mag-aral at magtapos ng college. They just want instead to go out with friends and party. They are not into drugs though, pero no direction at all. I share this with them, my life story, the hardship that I went through, the trials and hurdles I had to overcome to be where I am today. Sadly, Kuya Josh, Ate Jen, parang walang effect sa kanila since we are giving them the best since we are giving them the best life. What do you think should I do? More power to your show po. Maraming salamat. Nagmamahal at umaasa sa mga advice at opinion ng manonood, ng viewers and listeners of Dear Kuya Josh, Ate Jen. Nagmamahal, Wendy. Yun po ang kwento ni Wendy. So medyo interesting, kind of interesting kasi nga yung pinagdadaanan niya with the hardship that she went through. Tapos, so I need your help on ating tatalakayin sa kaniyang kwento. Okay, hanapin ko muna at kailangan makapasok ulit ako sa live. Okay, hold on. Okay, ito na. Now, yung kay Wendy, bago ko bigyan, so I could read the other letter sender, let's see what my viewers, our viewers are saying. Okay, here we go. Sabi ni, before we continue, sabi ni Alexander, sabi ni, hello watching from Laundry Cafe, si Enans Amensadal. Carmi Santos Ong is watching. Donna Bonviaje is watching. Hello everyone. If I missed some of your greetings, please, and I have not done a shout out for you, please do so. Okay. Wendy, firstly, maraming salamat sa tiwala sa show. At like you, natasayahan kami that you are very supportive of our show, and obviously you are listening not only to this show, but you're listening to the other shows. We are so blessed that for the tiwala, for the trust that you have given this. Unang-una, I would like to say congratulations sa ginawa mo. What you said is malaki kayong pamilya. Totoo yung sinabi mo. I've been to some of I've been around since I arrived and I talked to some people. Parang minsan kasi, 'di ba? Parang sa kulturang Pinoy, parang mas maraming anak, mas maswerte at mas masaya. And I understand also the hardship that you went through, na sinabi mo nga na labing-dalawa kayo, tapos si nanay mo, parang tuwing umuulan, sorry, medyo natawa ako doon. Parang every time na umulan, nabubuntis yung nanay mo. But at the end of the day, ang hinahangaan ko yung perseverance mo and yung focus and your discipline to make something out of what have become with your life. Ang nagustuhan ko rin doon sa sinabi mo, and I think tumatak sa akin yun, and I believe that na hindi mo kasalanan, no, hindi kasalanan na you were born into poverty o pinanganak kang mahirap. Pero if you don't do anything to improve yourself, to better yourself, to educate yourself, then for me, doon ako nagkakaroon ng problem. At totoo yun, parang pag namatay, pag pinanganak kasing mahirap, wala kang choice eh. It's not your call. Hindi mo pinili kung sino magiging magulang mo. And likewise, hindi rin pinili ng magulang mo na ikaw magiging anak nila o tayo magiging anak nila. But what you do with your life from then on, especially when you start going to school and all that, kung ano yung what you become, that's already yun kumbaga, you will have with the blessing of the good Lord and with His grace, nasa sa iyo kung paano mo ipoproceed ang buhay. Of course, there's so many challenges, and don't get me wrong, maraming pagdadaang pagsubok, challenges, tribulation, tears, sabi nga nila, blood, sweat, and tears to be the person that we all can become. And I always say, and a proponent of education. And if the two people who treated you like their own, at sabi mo nga po, at an early age, pumasok ka ng katulong, hindi kasalanan yon. It's actually ano pa nga kahanga-hanga at a young age. At nagkataon din God's blessing na napunta ka sa mabuting mag-asawa who treated you and sent you to school. Ang nakakahanga din sa'yo, you did well in school. Imagine with the predicament that you're in, with the situation that you're in, nag-graduate ka ng salutatorian, tapos one of the top person or students ka sa high school, tapos cum laude ka ng college. That to me, that is so admirable. At the same time, one of those na talagang nakita mo yung at an early age, parang mahirap ka pero ayaw mo maging mahirap forever. So you try to do something for yourself. And in that tapos ang galing ng ginawa mo, what you did was you went to a business, pinag-aralan mo yung business, and eventually, sabi mo nga, you created your own brand sa shoe industry. That's really, it takes a lot to be able to do that. Pero nakita ko based sa sulat mo that you really have that focus, you have that determination and the drive and the passion to make it in life. Ang maganda pa sa ginawa mo, it was just not you by yourself, at nakita mo ang ginawa mo when you were able to make something of yourself. Hindi mo para lang sa sarili mo. You help your other siblings to be better people, and you gave them businesses as well. And like what you said, you got married. Now, bago tayo tumuloy dun sa medyo naging problem mo about your kids, let's say muna ito na sila Alexander, may mga ano na sila. Si Desi is there, and doon sa nakikinig, please do text your comments doon sa predicament ni Wendy. Tapos ang naging problema talaga ni Wendy, yung mga kids niya, two of them, wala tarong desire to go to college, to school, to finish. Kasi nga, naintindihan ko kasi yun and I have friends who went through that also, na sa sobrang hirap nila before. So parang yung napagdaanan nila, ayaw nilang mapagdaanan ng mga anak nila. So parang sabi nga niya, whatever they want, without hesitation, without question, she would be providing them. So minsan, Wendy, and I know you're listening right now, it's not bad to give so much to our kids or sa mga anak. Pero minsan pag sobra, sabi nga, what is too much is not that great, or it's not as good, or it's not good. Because when you give too much, parang nawawala na yung novelty, nawawala na yung spirit of parang pinaghirapan. Kasi for example, like you said, iniisip pa lang nila, binibigay mo na. Parang you give everything, or you're still giving everything to them. So nalilimutan nila the thought process, the work process that went into that thing. So siguro ang magandang ginawa mo, dapat na lang parang reward system. If they do something right, something good, something better, then what you could have done is reward them. Kasi minsan doon talaga nagkakaroon ng problema, especially in our society when people would not know, especially the kids, the children, they don't know the value of money. Hindi nila alam kailangan nila, di ba, yung mga magulang natin will always say to us, hindi pinupulot sa puno ang pera. And sometimes, yung nakikita ko, especially in this generation, na everything is provided for them. From the phones, the mga iPads, iTunes, lahat, everything, and branded or designer clothes. Minsan nakikita natin na nawawala na yung perseverance o yung concept na before you earn that, talagang naghirap ka na bago, hindi basta pinupulot yung pera sa mga puno, o kahit na whether you are in the States or you are in any country, we, as a working people, we work so hard para lang ma-provide sila. At nga, medyo kind of touching in some way, kasi nga parang, I know your intention is good, na parang, siyempre, ay, nagdaan ka sa hirap, so ayaw mo nang maramdaman ng mga bata yung hirap na pinagdaanan mo. But at the same time, minsan, when too much is too much, mali rin. Kasi dapat meron kang control. Kita mo, sabi mo, two of your kids nga, or two of your children, they're not even interested in going to college, they're not going to school. Parang all they want is to party. I don't know whether makukorrect mo pa yon, pero I think what you need to do is to sit them down, you and Edgar, is to sit them down and put some rules. It's, I have to use the word tough love. pag kasi naghigpit ka sa anak mo, especially when it comes to allowances and expenses, hindi siya ibig sabihin nagiging mahigpit ka, but it is like kinokorek mo lang yung mga the old ways na nakagisna nila, or the behavior that they got used to. So I don't believe na it's not late, because sabi nga nila habang buhay may pag-asa, but I think we could do something about it, na parang they need to understand better that life is very tough. Life is short, but the changes should be done as soon as possible. And it could only be done kung sa'yo magsisimula, Wendy, because you don't expect your kids to just change overnight. It's a process. Sabi nga, lahat ng changes, it's baby steps. So maybe you and Edgar could instigate or magstimula kayo ng reward system na, okay guys, we have a new thing that we're gonna try, simply because parang nawawala na kayo sa focus, you're not the desire or the ambition now, parang everything is well given to you and provided. So maybe it could be best if we do what we call a reward system. So madali lang yung gawin. But before we continue further with my opinion on that, let's see what our listeners and viewers are sharing. Oh, Marge. Hi, Marge. Marge is watching from Carson, California. Hello, Marge. And then Francis Cheng. Aloha from Hawaii. Hi, Francis. How are you? Happy viewing to you. And if you guys could share, like Marge, if you could share sa dilemma, dahil sa mga lalo na sa mga nanay o sa mga may mga anak dyan, sa mga magulang, yung dilemma ni Wendy, she's reaching out for some advice or some opinion from our listener, from you. So sabi nga ni Alexander Francisco, okay lang naman bigyan yung mga anak ng magandang bagay, pero laging tatandaan, ang sobra ay masama. Alexander, super tama yung sinabi mo. Like what I said earlier, when too much is given, minsan nawawala na talaga yung kahalagahan. Kunyari, you buy them one shoes or pair of shoes, tapos ang ginawa, lahat ng brand, lahat ng color, that's to me, that's way too much. Masyadong pang ano na yon, parang way overboard, sabi nga nila. Okay, sabi nung iba, yung mga nagpaparamdam pa sa inyo, especially yung mga viewers natin who would always tell me and would always text on on my other phone, you're welcome to say that, and as well as again, maraming salamat sa inyong mga suporta. Now, sabi naman ng isa nating listener on my other phone, kasalanan din yon ni Wendy for being so kind. Alam mo, as much as I agree with you in some way, siguro with some reservation, hindi kasi naman kasalanan minsan di ba? Kasi like si Wendy nga, 10 silang sa pamilya. She's the eldest. So siyempre, imagine mo, isang latang sardinas, 12 sila na naghahati-hati. 10 of them plus mom and dad. Tapos sometimes they'll go to bed with an empty stomach, itinutulog nila. Siguro it would be difficult for majority of us to understand such predicament, pero it's not a walk in the park also to be so hungry, because sabi nga, di ba, mahirap talagang magutom. Sabi nga, as much na I know it's some of you feel that this is something foreign, but in a country like the Philippines, normal po yun, especially now in this generation, especially with the pandemic. Ang daming taong gutom, ang daming taong naghihirap at mas naghihirap. It's already bad as it is because of sabi nga nila, although a lot of people says na ito raw ay isang a country na mayaman naman, pero makikita mo talaga yung dichotomy between rich and poor, that there's a discrepancy between the very, very rich and the very, very poor. Okay, that said, so I don't really 100% agree na mali si Wendy for doing such, pero di ba parang ayaw niya lang maramdaman ng mga bata yung mga nangyari sa kanya o sa kanya nung growing up. Now, as far as hindi niya masyadong, si Wendy hindi niya masyadong binigyang kwento si Edgar, but I think Edgar, I need you to help as well. Siguro hindi lang pwedeng it's all about Wendy, it's not all about her doing all the work to discipline your kids and to make sure that they are uh, doing the right thing and they're getting back on track, be 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 on focus, not only with their education, but what they want to accomplish in life. It takes two to tango. So hindi pwedeng si Wendy lang lahat. Edgar could take a more active role in being a father and head of household. Oh, dagtong pa ni Alexander Francisco, siguro na pasobra lang talaga bigay si Ate Wendy. Sorry siguro napasobra lang ang bigay, ang talagang bigay si Ate Wendy. Sana maisip ng anak ni Ate Wendy na di habang buhay ang magulang nila ang magpo-provide sa kanilang lagi. Okay, tama. Tapos si McCoy Marcos and Judicio is watching as well. Si Juliet Marcos is watching from Laguna. In my opinion, huwag masyadong spoil yung anak mo. Much better, kausapin yung mga anak na mas mahalaga sa panahon ngayon ang pag-aaral. Dahil para sa kanila din yun. Para pagdating ng panahon, merong magandang work ang mga anak niya. Alam mo, that is so true. Si Juliet has 3 kids, 2 boys, one girl. And tama naman yung sinabi. I agree with you. Kasi alam mo, like I think you have heard if you've been patronizing the show, I'm a big believer in education. And ang explanation ko doon, explanation provides you the weapon to survive in life. It is not a guarantee. I don't believe that pag you're educated and you have already a college degree or whatever degree you have, that you're going to be very successful in life. No. What I'm saying to people or what I advise them is education provide you like a weapon. And life, parang ang tingin ko kasi, life is a war. It's a war zone. Of course, you can survive, di ba? Hindi naman pag may baril ka, makasurvive ka. Pwede ka rin magtago-tago sa mga bushes. And if you're lucky, you survive it. But an education is like the weapon that when you go to that battle of life, you are well equipped. Meaning, may panlaban ka. And that, to me, is education. So that gives you an advantage because to me, education gives you the edge. It gives you the discipline to survive life as we all say it and as we all know it. Without the education, mahirap. Lalo na if you are living, say, in a country like the Philippines, lahat talaga, they're requiring some education. And I know to even work in a fast food chain, majority of them, they require like an education, a college education. Surely, there's some people are not blessed to have that education. But as you know, this administration, to my understanding, free tuition fee na for all the public and government universities. So ikaw talaga lang ang maghihirap on how you put your time and effort to be successful. I know it is really very taxing, very you have to exert so much effort on it. But at the end of the day, talagang between you and your God talaga, you really have to be one focus, one you know exactly what you want done, tapos determination, hard work, dagdagan mo na ng tears at saka perseverance, and of course God's blessing. With that component, to me, that is a very potent success formula for you to be very successful. Hindi man ikaw maging super millionaire or billionaire, but you know you're gonna have a comfortable life. Eh, o dami, sabi naman ng iba. Sabi niya, go, tama yan. Yan talaga. Wendy, wag masyadong pasawaya sa magulang dahil hindi nauubos ang pera. Nauubos din ang pera. Pero kailangan, with education, it's something that cannot be stolen or cannot be taken away from you regardless. Tama yan. Totoo yung sinabi mo na education din talaga. Pero Wendy, I know you're listening. I'm not blaming you and nobody's blaming you, but siguro lang masyado mong mahal ang mga anak mo and tapos nakukouple pa yung pinagdaanan mo and what you went through with your kids. And then gusto ko rin yung sinabi na Juliet na talagang that was good na talagang kailangan, sabi nga nila, minsan di naiintindihan ng mga anak na kung bakit pinupush ng magulang ang education, because especially country like the Philippines or for any country for that matter, sabi ko nga sa kausap ko kahapon, in the olden days, during my time, if you have a college education, that's already a good hint for you to be able to say na you're going to be successful in life. But now in this generation, ang labanan na masters and PhD. Imagine kasi nga parang dumadami na yung standards, tumataas yung antas or what employers are looking for and an employee. Maybe not necessarily in other countries, but do sa mga, especially yung mga first world country or developing countries, talagang masyado yung tutok nila for education. Okay? Now, so yung mga nakikinig, please do make your comment or your opinion so we can help Wendy. Then, also, on the lighter note naman, the public service note, before we touch on some of Wendy's, Philippines or NCR is also suffering into, or it's under code alert level number 3 pa rin up to end of January. So we don't know what alert level. Hopefully bumaba na yung cases of the Omicron, and that would help definitely. As far as businesses, there's still a lot of businesses who are suffering simply because shorten yung hours and of course the protocol itself. As far as some people kasi are texting me, what's the scenario right now in the Philippines? People are wearing masks and the mask, either the surgical mask. Oh, and I'll need to show you this mask. This is so awesome. This was provided by one of the owners or partners of Laundry Cafe. And this, I'm so impressed with this one. And I don't see this in the States. But tingnan mo, and those people watching, this is so cool. And this is, see, if I do that, you could see your mouth, di ba? Ulitin ko, I'll do it again. See? And you could breathe through this. And I asked if this is accepted or acceptable. And siya, yan, nagte-text na. How much is it and where do I buy it? This particular one is not available in the States. They are the supplier here in the Philippines. And it comes in 2 colors, okay? Because I need to deviate a little because this is so cool, especially for us overseas. There's a white, this is a black that I'm holding. And of course, see, one of the owners has the white one. See? And that's how it looks. Okay, galing, no? And I was very impressed. So sabi ko, I need to show our viewers and listeners because one of the things kasi, di ba, nakaka-bother? Look at what I have. This is the surgical mask, but they have this one, which is so cool. I just don't know how much it is, but I'll get to the bottom of that later. I don't know who the supplier is because the box gave me was this box. Okay. So I'll definitely, this is so cool, and I guess it has this little thing at the back, and it has maybe this is like the filter, but I'll get more into that. But the wonderful thing about this particular one, you could see your back, you could breathe easily. At the same time, you could talk and you could sit, and of course, it's not cumbersome, and parang ang galing talaga niya. Okay? Tapos, some people are texting me na may available din daw similar to some of the, I think, Shopee or Lazada. But we'll check it out and I'll give you an update. Oh, see, sabi ni Alexander, Kuya Josh, ang ganda ng mask. Mapapasa, sana all. Yeah, ako rin, sana all. Okay, now do sa nagte-text sa akin, where do we buy it? Hindi ko po alam, so I have to ask the owners on where they get them, and maybe I'll give their phone number and as well as and where to find it. Oh, si Feli Albian, humahabol lagi si Feli. Si Feli is from Washington, Seattle, Washington. Feli, ano bang comment ko? Hopefully you heard yung dilemma ni Wendy. Nanda yung mga pinagdaanan growing up, and yung mga challenges in life, tapos na yung mga anak nila nagiging spoiled brat. I know Feli is one of those who went through a lot with her life, and ang dami niyang challenges as well. And I know one of these days I'll make her be one of our guest co-hosts kapag may time siya. Okay, and then public servants announcement. There's more that you'll be seeing and hearing more about updates on what's going on. And I will now one of the co-owners, kasi a lot of people before saying para raw rock star when we interviewed him last time. Actually, hindi po siya rock star. So nagpagupit na siya. Kasi a lot of people, sayang, parang rock star. And he's Sid Lau. And I'll bring him over. Sid, wapo to eh. Model to eh. Si Sid. Okay. This is Sid.
Hi everyone.
Yeah, so he's wearing also the black thing, and that's how it looks once you're wearing them. Okay, Sid, anything new with your business? I know we talk about your business. I know you have other branches.
Yeah. Something new for now. For this year, we're trying to open up more branches of Modern Filipino, and then we're trying to expand as well the smart lockers. And hopefully by the end of the year, we're going to be having the first automated convenience store. So everything is unmanned, so that would be digitally inclined for the fast-paced future. So that's it for this year.
Wonderful. No, so just to let you know, guys, a lot of you had texted me and emailed me and PM me about some investments that you could do in the Philippines. And I keep telling you, it's not an endorsement, but this is something to look forward to, because these two guys, you met Jack Tamontano earlier as well. Now you're meeting Sid. They have so much on their plate, and if you're interested in investing or knowing more about the business, please do contact them, because they even I personally am very excited on what their plans are moving forward, and that's why one of the things too, that's why I'm showing you some of the businesses that we covered in the show, for the other show, Alam Mo Ba, and now this particular show is because to give you an insight on what's going on, not only in America or in other parts of the country, but especially in the homeland, the Philippines, because it is for sure one of those that you could invest, especially if you're planning to retire. And it's a good investment because of the dollar conversion. Okay? Happy viewing to Jan Bacobo Marco. Okay. Sid, what is your contact number if they're interested in knowing more about your business?
Okay, guys, you can contact me at 0917-824-3526. So again, that's 0917-824-3526. And then just simply ask everything about all the business ventures that we're going to be laying out here in the Philippines. So it's going to be a very a visionary project. So I'm pretty sure that you're going to be very excited with this one. Thank you.
Thank you, Sid. Yeah, and you'll know more about it because one of these days I'm gonna go visit their Q24, I think, or the Q4. So at least you see how it works. Because I think what we did last time is we just feature it. Sorry, Jan. Jan, how are you? You're watching from New York City. Oh my God, masyadong madaling araw na dyan. So. But thank you, John Bacobo Marco, for staying up this late, and happy viewing to you. And I know one of my good friends was visiting New York, and I know that snow pa dyan, and I miss New York. One of these days, hopefully, we get to know each other as well, and I'll come visit you guys. And because New York is one of the city that I like to go visit, and basta manood ng mga shows dyan. So Wendy, I know you're still watching, and I know you're very thankful for us bringing your case out in the open. Again, maganda yung sinasabi mo na basta tough love lang. I think everything could be resolved anyways. Everything could, and we'll pray for you at the same time. And I like talaga what I got there. Oh, sabi ni Jan Bacobo Marco. Sabi niya, yes po, always happy to watch. Also, a PHLV resident host po. Ay, yung pala, see? So si Jan pala is one of our personality, radio personality. Oh, sabi niya, sobrang lamig here. Sabi niya. So, like what I said, Jan is in New York. So, so Wendy, yung sa ano mo talaga, thank you for sharing, but hopefully you get something out of that. What ako yung take away ko dyan, ang gusto ko sa sinabi mo na firstly, faith at saka prayers lang talaga, and believe that everything will be okay, regardless of what you went through or going through, the struggle, especially in this pandemic. It's by grace of God lang. Now, also, one of the things too is, gusto ko yung sinabi mo kasi I already been said, it has been said already before, hindi mo kasalanan na pinanganak kang mahirap. Pero pag namatay kang mahirap, then medyo may problema because you didn't do everything humanly possible to better yourself, to make something of yourself, and to be the person you are destined or you are capable of being better than where you used to be. Yun ang takeaway ko dito sa letter ni Wendy. Now, also, Wendy, my advice to you, and I'm repeating it again, tough love for your kids. I guess do the reward, parang reward system. If you do well on certain things, then you give them the gadget or whatever they requested. But hindi pwedeng ibigay lahat kasi if you give everything to your child, nawawalan siya ng novelty. Parang, madali naman. Everything I ask from mom, she will give it to me naman. So, why bother except an effort, di ba? Parang ano rin yan eh. Parang like what Wendy you did. Di ba? Sabi mo nga, you graduated sa salutatorian, you're one of the top of your class in high school, and you graduated with Latin honors, specifically cum laude. Hindi yan basta binigay sa'yo eh. You work hard for that. I would assume sleepless night, tapos talagang research and all that, and the thesis that you have to do, the reports, and the books that you have to read to do all those reviews. It's not a walk in the park, and that was done through reward system. Okay? Now, si Ayin, thanks Ayin, ito, sabi ni Ayin, it will really take a lot of effort for Wendy and her husband to help their spoiled kids realize the importance of education. They should try first to understand where her kids are coming from. Like, bakit ganun pananaw nila about pag-aaral? Iba na kasi ngayon. The millennials are so exposed to a lot of things. So all the more na dapat alamin muna nila ang ang mga saloobin nila. Huwag nila munang ipilit para maging open sila sa kanila. Baka kasi may pinagdadaanan sila na di nila alam. Wow! Okay, before I make a comment on Ayin's suggestion, Sherwin Marcos is watching from Poland. Cesar Ong is watching from Quezon City. Ayin, alam mo, maganda yung sinabi mo. Hindi ko yun nasabi kanina, pero that is so right. Tama naman talaga. Alam mo, Wendy, ito magandang comment to ni Ayin. Ayin is based in Quezon City, but I know she's from Parañaque. Tama naman. Tama yung sinabi niya, there would be a lot of effort on both of you and Edgar. Tapos, you need to understand, gusto ko yun talaga, you need to understand what the kids are coming from. Kasi iba na talaga yung panahon ngayon at panahon noon. Kasi dati parang during our time, and I would assume Ayin would be almost at the same age as mine, iba talaga yung panahon noon at panahon ngayon. Parang dati kasi, I remember to do a research, you have to go and spend a lot of time in the library to make sure that the research and tapos sinusulat yung pa sa mga index cards. Nowadays, I seldom see people or kids going to the library. Everything is on the tip of their hands. A computer lang yan, do your research, and you have these voluminous voluminous books and references that you could research and read upon. Unlike in the past, talagang mano-mano talaga to go to the library. So, iba na talaga yung panahon ngayon. Tapos ang sabi ni Ayin, ito yung magandang communication na dapat alamin, meaning listen to your kids, talk to them, let them make yourself understand where they're coming from. And sabi nga ni Ayin, baka may pinagdadaanan. You never know kasi nowadays kasi, di ba, yun nga lagi nagiging issue ngayon, even in during family dinner, everybody's holding their cell phone, texting, doing Instagram, doing Facebook and all that. Like what I believe, ako personally, nothing is bad with having gadgets, pero mas maganda siguro meron tayong family time, and that is best spent if you're eating together, having dinner together, having lunches together, now no cell phone. And I know there's some businesses na may mga businesses na wala silang Wi-Fi during restaurant hours simply because they want people to communicate. They want people to talk to each other and not to be texting anyone else. Okay, duktong naman pa si Rosana Millar Barrera. Hi, I'm watching from Qatar. Hi, Rosana, how are you? I hope you're doing well in Qatar, especially with the situation that is happening with the pandemic. So going back to what I was saying earlier, it is important talaga, communication is key. In any relationship, your communication is so big because sometimes kasi we assume so much that what we know is, and it's not what the other person, we just assume na siguro ito. Kasi try to remove that in your vocabulary, the concept of siguro, because it won't hurt to ask, it won't hurt to validate, to confirm. Because once you do that, sabi nga nila, communication is key for better understanding. Oh, sabi ni Cesar Ong, tama ka dyan, Kuya Jush. In what aspect, the communication? Siguro, if that you're talking to, I believe in one communication, you need to talk to even your partner or to your kids on what's going on with them, what are their plans. Yung mga kids naman, give your parents a break. Not because they're asking questions about your plans, what's happening with you, your problems, your friends, or mga things that you're doing with your life. They're really not prying. Hindi talaga nakikialam. They just want to be part of your life. They just want to get involved. Kasi minsan as we age, ito sasabihin ko sa inyo sometimes when we become older, at most of us, pagdadaanan nyo, magiging magulang din kayo, there will be a portion of your life where you felt, kung magulang ka, parang disenfranchised ka na, hindi ka na, uninvolved ka na sa mga anak mo kasi parang they have their own lives na. So, yung mga magulang, they felt like they're left out. And imagine, di ba, parang kayo naman mga kids o mga millennials, you felt like pag lumalaki kayo, hindi nyo mag-gets yung mga magulang nyo kasi they have their own, sometimes, di ba, parang pag nakikinig kayo sa mga conversation, they would be saying, oh, masyado ka pang bata, hindi mo alam. I think what is most important is for everyone to have a communication. You have a dialogue, you have a discussion on what's happening, not only with your family, but also what's happening in the world. Lalo na with pandemia, the importance of wearing masks, the importance of the 6 feet apart, the importance of washing your hands. Ano ba yung problema? I know it's such a hassle, but at the end of the day, it is so important to communicate not only to your significant others, to your partners, to your husband, to your wives, to anybody. Communication is key. Christian Borromeo is watching. Christian is the GM, General Manager of H2 Hotel where I stayed, where I was quarantined, and he one of the best hotels. It is one of the best secret that I finally discovered through the help of very good friends from Department of Foreign Affairs. So hi, hello Christian, happy viewing. So yun, sa mga magulang dyan, counting tiis, a little more patience with your kids. Doon naman po sa mga bata, mga anak, intindihin nyo rin that your parents, we were once kids too. And what you're going through, nagkataon lang, iba lang yung panahon. But we were once kids too, and we understand also, maybe not the way you you understand, or you're seeing things through your eyes, but we could adapt. So even, I think it's important that pareho lang na bigayan, give and take. Of course, sometimes our parents seems to be mga KJ, mga parang they know it all. Wala pong perfecto na tao. Sabi ko nga, we could only strive for excellence because perfection belongs to the one true God, and that's Jesus. So siya lang talaga yung perfecto, si Lord lang. Tayo, we could just be excellent. Hey, so that being said, again, maraming salamat for watching the show. For watching especially yesterday. I know there's so many people who watched yung aming tour, and of course discussion about one business that it's a secret. It's a gem. It's a precious gem in Quezon City, and that's Serendipity PH, or it's changing its name to House of Ignacia. Thanks for that. For those people who watch it, please do support all the businesses, especially the local businesses, whether abroad or, of course, in the Philippines, especially yung mga minority-owned, female-owned, especially in other countries. Let's be proud to be for our heritage. Let's be proud to be Filipinos, because like what I keep telling everybody, especially when they ask about my nationality, my background, you can never be so proud of our heritage. I know there's a lot of things going on in the country. There's a lot of challenges. There's a lot of things, good and bad, that's happening around us. But the best thing that you need to remember, saan man sulok ng mundo may Filipino. At saan man sulok ng mundo, ang Filipino ay world class. We are very blessed with talents. We are very blessed as a nation, as a people. Kailangan lang siguro, we need to recognize that and to do better. To do better, especially with this new year. It is the 22nd, 21st of January. There's 11 more months to go for the next year. So there's so much time on our hands that we could make incredible changes, incredible improvement of who we are with our lives, and with what we want to accomplish in this day and age. And of course, with the looming pandemic, na in my heart and in my soul, I know this is the beginning of the end. Siguro matatapos na yan because we're treading in our third year. And that being said, I know it's gonna be a fantastic year. I-claim nyo na. You put in your heart na, Lord, this is it. Ito na. 2022 will be a bit much better, much progressive, much productive, much prolific year for everyone. And that being said, maraming salamat for watching. Thank you for always supporting all the shows of PHLV Radio. And thank you for always supporting the shows that I have. It's on Fridays. If you're in other outside of the Philippines, it's Friday at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But if you are in the Philippines, it is Saturday at 1 o'clock, and that is Alam Mo Ba with Josh Edowit. And on Sunday, it is at 2 p.m. if you're in the Philippines, and it's 10 p.m. on Saturday, 10 p.m. if you're in the States, or Sunday at 2 p.m. if you are in the Philippines. At those po sa iba parts of the world who are really asking anong oras ka namin mapapanood, ay depende po on what time zone, pero we are live. We are live na live po. But if you missed any of our shows, like what I said earlier, you can always check us out on our website, www.PHLV Radio, or you could go into our YouTube channel where you could watch all the past shows that we had. It's naka-archive po at there's a playlist. And sabi ni Francis Ching, good, God bless and mahalo. Hi Francis, but yes, mahalo as well. So before I close the show, maraming salamat po again. I'm profusely being thankful and appreciative of the things that you are showing to all of us. And like as I always close my show, magandang gabi, magandang tanghali, magandang umaga, magandang araw sa inyo. Be kind. You can never go wrong with kindness. And any act of kindness that you do, I practically guarantee it will have a way of going back to you. And that said, God bless us all. Be careful. Have a nice and pleasant, fabulous, phenomenal week ahead of you. Be safe. Do practice safety protocol. And again, God bless us all. Magandang umaga sa inyo lahat at tanghali gabi. Good day. Goodbye everybody. I'll see you next week. Happy New Year again. And thank you.
Just like a friend from back home. This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV.